All right, YouTube, listen up. This time of the market reminds me so much of just knowing when to take profit, knowing how to position yourself. If you missed a big run up, for example, this really started back in May. All right, as y'all see, so this bull run ended up, it started in May and it just took off from there. Okay. So if you missed May, June, July, August, September, October, if you missed all these, numbers, and if we have a pullback as low as, look at this right here, 167 again, okay? We have a pullback with NVDA that goes down to 160, 158, 159. We're gonna that's called cooling off. That doesn't mean that, the stock is done. We're not gonna see much of a room to grow. That just means we're gonna go back to cool off and kind of fill those gaps from May that we had build up and stuff like that. I just need everybody to understand that the whole thing about, the AI bubble is gonna burst and stuff like that. Listen. You have to know what company you're choosing and why you're choosing. No matter what company it is, my goal is always to make money. Okay? In the stock market, okay, if it's not an ETF, if it's not a stock like Walmart with incredible cash flow, right, I will never be long-term on it. For NVIDIA, right, you can hold us to 2030, you can hold us to 2028, but you don't know what the market is going to be settled on by then. By then, it might be something like software more in demand than AI. Okay, that's when you will see something like Salesforce maybe pop, or something like Adobe, something like Amazon, because Amazon has the AWS server. So if you're an NVIDIA holder, okay, have a percentage in mind. I mean, from May to about here, the stock did a lot of work. I mean, even if you bought it start of last year, which was $134 a share, it would have been up 46% right now, and that's a good time to take profit. Somewhere around 181, 187. But knowing how to hold and really maximizing your profit, 30 to 35 to 40%, for my midterm plays, that's a good amount. 30 to 35 to 40%. That's a nice profit percentage. Okay, keeping that in mind, knowing why you're investing into these companies. Again, we're gonna see a drop off, some type of cool off soon, a crash soon. It doesn't mean we're going to go all the way back down to $96 a share, right? But just keep that thing in mind. Keep these things in mind. I always come back and look at my, some of my cash out positions. I wanted to show you guys, how I was consistently buying, but just buying, and understanding the run-up, understanding the start of a bull market. And if you miss this run-up, right, and I made money with NVIDIA, I made money with AMD this year. If you miss this run-up, or you're in a loss with the option contract, you're in big losses because you were somewhat gambling, you were disrespecting the game, just realize that there's always another chance, and there's always time for improvement and discipline. Okay, as y'all know, I've been in this game since 2022, 2023-ish, and it teaches you a lot about the human psychology, okay, how people think about certain things. Okay, sometimes the people just want to get their profit and just get out at some point. This has been going on since May. So you take June, July, August, September, October. This stock has been running up for a minute now. Okay, along with some other stocks. So a cool off is bound to happen. Something like government shutdown reminds me a lot of 2018. So just keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching.